Have you ever wondered how Wesker would play in Dead by Daylight? Well, look no further. I found out how. Hello, everybody. Vigo'sShadow here, and welcome to the Killer Murder Methods, your guide to how to play exactly like how the killer would in the entity's realm. In today's episode, we're going to be playing as the Mastermind, aka Wesker.
You killed them with your own dirty hands!
Oh, yes, dear. Just like this.
Every day, humans come one step closer to self-destruction. I'm not destroying the world, I'm saving it.
I'll be going over their power, the type of killer they are, their perks, and lastly what they prioritize in order to play just like they would. Let's go over the killer's power here. So we have Virulent Bound. Now with this one, you can do quite a few things. So if we just take, it's going to be a lunge, so you're going to hold the power button to charge your bound attack, and while charging, the Mastermind will move a little slower, and then when it's charged, you can use the attack button, and then you can use that as a lunge. Now, this is what the lunge can do. It can do a couple things. It could, while you barrel forward, if you are aiming it at a pallet that is already down or a window that is open, you can vault it using the Virulent Bound. Otherwise, if you're using it towards a survivor, you can grab them while you lunge, and then you could slam them into a solid object, or you can either throw them into a solid object, causing them to lose a health state. Now, if you use the Virulent Bound and you throw a survivor and they hit nothing, they can just go on. They don't take a damage state at all, and then they can keep running. So you're going to have to find some sort of solid object to slam into or throw them into. Now, with this ability, he can also have a special effect that's with it, which is the Ouroboros Infection. So when you're hit by that bound attack, the survivor will become infected. The infection builds over time, and then when you're fully infected, you get a 4% hindered status effect, meaning the survivors will move slower, which will be better for you and Chase. And then also, if they are healthy while they are fully infected, the Virulent Bound will cause them to be fully downed within one shot. So that's definitely a thing you want to clear yourself of. There is also special interactions that the survivors can interact with, which is the first aid spray. This is how you get rid of your Ouroboros infection. There's going to be several supply crates that will spawn, and then you can use the first aid spray on themselves or another survivor, removing the infection. And then each first aid spray has 2 charges, or unless you have like add-ons. But yeah, either way, once you use the first aid spray, your location will be revealed by Killer Instinct. And that pretty much does it for the Mastermind's power. Alright, so because of the killer's power, we also know the type of killer they are. I pulled up a reference image to showcase different types of killers, and I believe the Mastermind falls into one category in particular, and that is the mobility category. I guess one can argue that he also fits into the disabler category, which is just essentially it's killers whose power help them get around loops and pressure survivors. So like the pressuring the survivors, it would be like the infection and slowing them down, so they have to go out of their way to do a different objective. You can also get around loops pretty fast with the Virulent Bound if you're really good at aiming it. So there is that. But I'd say he's mainly mobility. Direct speed is essentially his main power and what he uses. So yeah. Now we'll move on to the perks next. Here we are at the perks now. We're going to go over them pretty quickly here. So, because perks always change. Superior Anatomy is the first perk. Whenever a survivor fast vaults within 12 meters of you, the next time you basic vault a window, it is 40% faster. Cooldown, 25 seconds. Awakened Awareness is the next one. While carrying a survivor within 20 meters of you, you see the aura of other survivors. And then last we have Terminus. When all generators are completed, all injured, downed, and hooked survivors gain broken. When an exit gate is open, this ends after 45 seconds. There's the extra info for broken if you want it. It's just survivors can't be healed. And that pretty much does it. We can move on to the priority next.
Next, we'll delve into what the killer's priorities are. In Dead by Daylight, there are 4 categories. Within these categories, we can see what the killers deem a priority based on what we know within the bio, perks, and dialogue/quotes. I've already combed through a bunch of the lore and other places and found out that this killer's priority mainly focuses on the sacrifice and devout category. Now, it's not so much about suffering, because he doesn't necessarily want people to suffer. It's more or less what it says right here in the bio. Let's go ahead and look at it. So it says, Wesker faked his death and went underground with a new plan. Exposed the world to the Ouroboros, a biological weapon that would eliminate the weak and leave only the strong. So that key term in the bio there is what would make his priority fall under, like, sacrificing. He's willing to do mass genocide just so that he can only leave the people that are worthy, aka strong, and the Ouroboros virus would kill off everybody who is weak. So that's where his priorities mainly align. Alright, before we play, we're going to be doing a little bit of recap here. So, first we're going to use Wesker at his base kit with his original 3 perks. We're going to try to get each one of these to activate in the trial. And then we are going to be using no add-ons so that I don't get an advantage. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to play just like how Wesker would. We're going to take into effect his priority, which would be a mass genocide, focusing on killing people. But that really key term here is that they would eliminate the weak and leave only the strong. So we're going to be taking chases, particularly with the weaker of the bunch. So if somebody can loop really, really well, we're going to probably just leave them, and then we're going to go for the weaker ones. Essentially, we'll try to kill as much as we can, but if somebody leaves the trial, they pretty much prove to Wesker that they are strong enough. And he doesn't want to necessarily kill everyone, because if he kills everyone on the whole entire planet, then he has nobody to rule over, and that's something he wants to do. He wants to become a god. So there is that. With that being said, I'll see you in the match. Alright, we are playing on Grim Pantry Backwater Swamp as Wesker. Albert Wesker. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and immediately try to find survivors, because we want to test their strength. Specifically have fun toying with the weak ones. That's what Wesker would probably prefer. Yeah, again, with those stronger opponents, he would view him as like an annoyance. Kind of like how Chris Redfield constantly like conquers his plans. He finds that very frustrating and annoying, and he would want to eliminate him quickly, but especially if it's a constant, persistent obstacle. But either way, we're going to try to fish for these other survivors and see what we could find. A lot of survivors usually like to hang out on the main building, just because that's a very easy one to loop. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go this way. I thought I seen him a little bit. Yep. Alright, got Shiva a little bit. See if we could try to get her with the infection. Oh my god, I got hit. The generator blocked it. We can just go ahead and go for the quick slash. We don't really need to go too heavy on the infection here. Oh wow, they actually get the blind from below. That's crazy. I was not expecting that, but... Alright, so... Okay, let's go ahead and go for Shiva again. She was not that too good in chase here, so... Alright, Sable actually gets hit from that, so that was actually pretty good to chain that. Okay, now we know a lot of people are here. Not only that, Laura's here too. Okay, see what else we could find around this area. We're going to go ahead and hit this gen. I would imagine they're sticking around. I shouldn't leave here. But I'll see what's kind of close by with these gens. Okay, there we go. We found Laura. Okay, we want to just go ahead and let that end. We don't want to trigger another bound, because they're probably used to the counterplay a little bit. Laura seems like a survivor that can kind of loop a little bit better. We're gonna go ahead and go for V. We'll throw her there. Oh wow, we found Sable too. Yeah, we're we're having a lot of fun with this, really. We won't even do the bound, actually. She's kind of expecting that. She'll throw it. We'll go ahead and throw this down. Now we'll use her charges. Okay, we actually used that a little too quickly. Go ahead and break this. They probably didn't expect that. More counterplay, I expect. She's kind of looping very strong. And then we'll just go ahead and... Alright. We might as well just finish this chase out. Wow, does Sable actually reach this? She does! She actually reaches this other gen. That's nuts. Alright, Sable's pretty annoying. That's probably what Wesker would say anyway. We're gonna go ahead and move on to weaker survivors. Alright. Actually, nobody's here at this generator. We're gonna try to go for this one. We'll take care of this. This gen's not even being worked on. Somebody's actively choosing another different gen here. Okay, they actually threw this gen. Or, not through this gen. They threw this pallet, and V is actually fully corrupted with the Ouroboros, so we want to try to do our best we can to get her. Alright, nice. We won't go straight through that pallet just in case there's a save there. We'll play it safe. We can spare the couple seconds that would take to go around that. Alright. We actually see both of them there. I'm not sure how we did. Oh wait, awareness. Yeah, spatial awareness. We got that to activate. Really good value here. Okay. We get them both injured, honestly. And Sable was a strong looper, so we're going to go for Shiva instead. Okay, we'll cancel that. Okay, we'll go use the superior anatomy, because that's faster. We'll go down. Alright. I think we're still good. Alright, we'll go ahead and take her down here. They might be going for V, so let's just go ahead and stop whoever would come for her. Okay, there we go. Take full advantage of this situation. Okay, we'll go ahead and get her now. Now that V is rescued. We see where they're going, so I see Laura over there. I think she's another one of those strong loopers here. Oh, wow! We get Laura just from going around. Alright, we see where she's at as well. So we're going to go ahead and hook her and then go for that. We're getting a lot of value off of spatial awareness. Okay, let's just go ahead and stop the bound. Alright. Okay, we'll go ahead and vault that. Oh, okay. Alright. Well, she was able to get in there and use Lithe. Okay, I thought she was totally going for that. Okay, let's see if she goes for the window. Nope. Oh my god. I don't think we make that. Nah, she gets the window. We could try to get rid of Shaq. She gets the stun. Alright, she's actually pretty good with looping here, or she kind of has it under control. So let's go ahead and try to find Shiva again. Sable is pretty strong with looping. I necessarily don't want to go for her. So let's just go for this generator again and see if we could find Shiva on it. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I was trying to do the grab animation, but it was really bugging. Okay, we get her down. We're going to go ahead and pick her straight up. We see where Sable is at, so... let's just walk through this, whatever. Okay, yep. Okay, we actually get her. We kill her off. I did hear somebody up here, so we're able to quickly eliminate that threat. That's perfect for us. That's exactly what we want. Sable is around the area, I'm sure. Okay. We're just gonna ignore Sable for right now. We'll try to go for V or Laura. One of the two. Alright. Okay. This one's near Shack, so we'll take that. We'll see who's around it. Because I know he has a big tear radius, so people like to hide. And then we're going to see who else we could find. Hopefully not Sable. Okay, there you are back on this gen. Okay, there's Laura. We'll go for her now. Okay, she does vault it. Go ahead and break this, and then we'll see if we could find her next. Because now we're left with... Okay, we'll save our charge. We don't need to necessarily keep that going. We'll take that. She has Champion of Light, so we're going to get blinded, and we're going to be slower. That's okay, though. Because we could use the Virulent Bound to kind of catch up. Oh, she went into the shack? Yeah, I got confused even. Okay, we're going to use Superior Anatomy to vault that a little quicker. And because of that, we were able to get her down. I think she might be the only one with the flashlight here. We'll go ahead and pick that up. They get 2 generators done with this, but that's okay. We know where they're generally around. Okay, I seen crows fly here, so I think they're somewhere near here. That or they got into a locker. Nah, maybe not. I think they might have ran. Okay, another crow there, so are they near that area? I might be just really tripping out. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and... V is actually injured, and she probably does not have any. Oh, okay, they still loop around the shack. Oh, shoot! They dead-hearted, but then they also went to the side. Laura is on death hook, so I could go for her still. But V gave herself up, so we'll take that up. And then we're going to just take Laura here since she tried to get greedy with the flashlight, so we'll definitely take them as they come. Laura dies here, and then we're going to go for V. Honestly, I feel like Sable has done a good enough job trying to, like, with looping. Like, even if she does happen to escape, it's whatever. We're just trying to eliminate the weak threats here as Wesker. So we're going to give Sable the floor to actually save V. We're going on the opposite side of the map, and if she happens to be here, then I will chase her out. We could also get Terminus to activate if we close the hatch and she happens to be injured, but we haven't even been able to injure her yet, so... I'm literally going to the corner of the map. Maybe I might just go for the big building then. Because I feel like they're just kind of camping and hanging out there. Oh yeah, they were right here the whole time. Okay, we got Sable. Oh man, that's crazy. So we did see her scratch marks. So we're going to go ahead and eliminate her here. Might as well. Especially if they played it that way. So we're going to go ahead and give him the Mori. And that pretty much does it with our match. Alright, let's talk about this one here a little bit. So, essentially, we didn't get any value out of Terminus, but it is one of my favorite perks. Essentially, they didn't even get to the point where they had the exit gates be an option, which is kind of like how you want like Wesker to play. Like you want to get as much done as you can, waste no time, and then go for the weak, really. So awakened awareness, not spatial awareness, awakened awareness is where we got a lot of value, more value than I really thought we would. We were able to see where a lot of survivors were or where they were going with this perk alone. I'm surprised how much value I got off of this. And then we used Superior Anatomy a couple times to fast vault those windows a little bit faster so that we can catch up with the survivors. I think we were able to down Laura just because we activated this, really, one time. So yeah, honestly, we did a lot with the perks. And then, but yeah, that's essentially how you would play the Mastermind in Dead by Daylight, aka Wesker. Thank you guys for watching. This is Vigo, signing off.